Hey, how you doing? So, I've just been dropped off this, was it PUCH? I don't know how it's pronounced, but anyway, a buddy of mine had this bike forever. It needs some work doing on it, so he's just dropped it off for me to do a new clutch and a couple of other jobs on. I thought I'd make a video out of it. So we're just going to have a quick walk around. He's got some new plastics to go on here. You can see the exhaust pipes melted through that one there. We've got, what have we got? It needs a new, he wants a new kill switch put on it. And he's got some original brake levers we'll be putting on. What else we got? I've got to do a carb clean. And I will be getting rid of the cheese block electrical connections because I don't like those. We've got a little bit of a leak there. Just coming from underneath, don't know if you can see that. But it should be a fun little project. I'm probably going to do this all as one video. Just because it's going to be a little one. It's going to be a little one. So there we are. Be working on this little thing today. Get you put in a stand and we'll start stripping it down. Let's start by taking the plastics off this side. Don't think these are the right screws because there's about 600 washers holding it on. Just having a look at it. Let's take the plastics off the other side and I'll bring you back. Right, so let's drop the side of this off. Let all the transmission fluid out. There we go. Ah, see, that's why it was leaking. That one wasn't tight. None of them are tight. Oh, that one is. Maybe we'll have to get a bigger screwdriver. But for now, let's drop these out. This is one of them bikes I wanted as a kid. You know, you'd see the cooler kids riding around on them. I was never that cool. My dad hated motorcycles. Still does. Still does. And both me and my brother ride. Wow. Now I kind of wish that there was bolts on this. I'll have to cut out. Let's shoot something on that and let it soak for a bit. Leave that soaking for a bit, and while we're waiting for that, let's take the carb off. And you all unbolt that. Undo that screw there from the cleaner. Filter. Never used so many flatheads. I hate flatheads. There we go. You're going to have to excuse me if I start singing for some reason. I've got a damn Paramore song stuck in my head. I don't even like Paramore. But there you go. Okay. That's that off. I could definitely do with a blow through. And there's our carb. Okay, that's the choke. It's a bit stiff. There's a primer, a little pump primer. Cool. Trying not to get my hands all in the way, but there you go. It's the nature of the game, I suppose. Wow, they're stiff. I'm wondering if someone put some sealant around that at some point. There we go, there we go. Fuel line just pops off. And how does our throttle come off? Probably like a plunger type thing. Another flathead is required. Let's try this one. Slide all that out of there. We have our carb. Let's go over to the bench and see what the insides of that look like. Right, so let's drop this bowl off. Oh dear. Look at all the black stuff in that. You see that? It's been sitting for a while. Take the gasket seal off. Get something, poke that out. It's moving pretty freely though. Down there. There we go. Flat here. Take the needle out. There we go. Okay. There's some dirt and build up in there, I can see. Yeah, ultrasonic time for this lot. So let's get some pliers and strip that foam out of there. These are probably a little bit overkill. And now it wants to go out there. There we go. So, take the pin out the float, put that there. Float the needle out. And we have all our parts ready to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. That's just brilliant. So there's all the crap that was in the bowl. Get out the float, needle, focus. Needle doesn't look too bad, but there's the main part. I think we'll install a fuel line cleaner and fuel line filter in there as well, to stop any more of that crap getting in there. That is filthy. Right, onwards. Okay, so after a little bit of fighting, a little bit of fire, we got those screws off, and we're now into the engine. As you can see, I dropped the fluid out. Look how little is in there. So my gasket is a little bit perished, but everything inside looks pretty clean, looks pretty good. So I'd like to thank whoever put that together with Threadlock or whatever it was for making my life fucking miserable. So there we go. What's that in there? Some grit and shit in there. Right, let's get into it a bit more. So I've undone this bolt here, bolt, washer, wheel there, keep it in the trimmer. Does this just slide out, or do we need a puller? So after a little bit of violence, I decided to make my own puller to get the clutch out. Just a bit of metal plates and bolts. Bang. It's 15 quid for one online, and you've got to wait for it to be delivered. So I thought, let's make one. And it worked. Clutch is off. So I've got the new clutch there. Going to get that on. And I mean, it should just go. Oh, don't drop it, Danny. There we go, new clutch. Start getting that zipped up back together. And on to the next job, I think. Awesome work. So, I'm going to put the new clutch in. And then it was, what was it? It was loads of bits. That plate, that washer, that part. There we go. On my torque wrench, I think that's got to be about 27, 28 foot-pounds, something like that. So I'll find my torque wrench, torque that back up, we'll get the side back on that. So I'm going to throw these carb bits in some fresh ultrasonic cleaning fluid. All the bits are in there, in the bowl there, you can see that. Now's the time to see if our float floats. Oh, it does. Well, that's alright. So we're going to leave that on for half an hour. Come back, see how that all looks. So the carb's out the ultrasonic cleaner now. I'm just going to reassemble it, get everything set back to how it was, get it installed back together. Where was we going with this? Down there, wasn't it? There we go. And then hopefully we can get a little bit of fuel in it. We've done the clutch now. Get a little bit of fuel in it, a bit of two-stroke fluid, and it'll run. Was that way round? It was that way round, wasn't it? In there like that. This is the smallest component-wise carb I have ever worked on. Like, so few pieces. Hopefully it's all good. Get back in there. Turn it round. Go on, in you go. There we go. There we go. too far. There we go. Have that about 50-50. Bowl's nice and clean now. Just give that a quick wipe. Bit of kitchen towel. Make sure there's no nasty moisture stuff in there. And turn it on there. More. Oh, what else? What else if I put the gasket back on? See, I'm getting excited, rushing away. That gasket back in there. Hope it doesn't break. Twist the top back on. Bottom, top, whatever. That's it. 14. This has been on and off so many times with like grips and stuff. You can see it's all a bit gnarled up there. But whoops, that was. We'll say that's tight. Yeah. I'm wondering actually if it's old enough to be Imperial. And it's some weird old Imperial measurement, but yeah, adjustable, metric and Imperial. There we go. So there's that all back together. Get that reinstalled. Get the air filter blown out. I wonder if you can. Yeah, you should be able to. If I blow through it upside down, nothing. If you blow through it the right way up, yeah, got airflow. Doesn't taste very nice, but it tells me the needle's working. Float's working. Awesome. Let's get it back on the bike then. There's the carburetor back on. I was going to take these cheese blocks out, but I actually found the original wiring diagram and they are original. So they are staying. So nearly made a mistake there. Got, as I said before, we want to keep this bike as original as possible. So we've got our clutch on, our carbs cleaned. Next job, let's change this brake levers out for the other ones he gave us. And then have a look at doing this kill switch. Place that broken bit under there. Here we go. There we go. No, get on. the adjustment. So after digging around in a bag of bits that I was given, I found the little cable holder pins for these levers, so I've got them on. Guy wanted these grips on as well, so they're on. Throttle's in, brakes are in and adjusted, so they're actually running quite well. I think now I'm going to pull the old kill switch out, clean this up and reattach this, wire in the old kill switch. I think that's all my job's done. Not sure, I'll have to double check my list. So let's give this a clean. Just going to use a squirt of WD on it. The guy actually doesn't want this bike cleaned up too much, which is perfect for me. Just a little wipe under there. I think some cable ties. Never put one of these on before, I'm going to assume. Oh, there, that looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll put it there like that. Pull this out and get some cable ties. Right, flathead screwdriver. Big flathead. Smaller flathead. Big flathead. Pull that out. There's another bit gone. Cable ties. And they're going to be long enough. Got a couple there. Let's put them on. One there. One there. That's looking pretty good. Oh, we've got to change this mudguard off. He gave me loads of stuff for this bike. So we're going to put this this red mudguard on. Paint's cracked, but there's just less damage on it. So this is the one he wants on. So we'll put that on. Right. Put the red mudguard on. That looks so much better. Just so much better. Come on. There we go. You know, I've really enjoyed this. This is it's kind of made me feel a bit like a kid again. You know, I had that envious thing I said before. Growing up, friends with motorbikes, always wanted one. We had a little Suzuki, like looked a bit like a C90, but it was made by Suzuki. We had that for a little while when we were kids. Didn't know how to look after it, so ultimately we destroyed it. But I loved that little bike. And as I say, I had friends with dirt bikes and stuff like that, KX80s and things like that. They were the bikes to have. But this is a special little bike. And I know the guy that owns it, he's ridden it, and he's doing this for his kid, which I think is fantastic. Getting it all up and running for his kid. So, it's nice to be a part of something like that, you know? It's nice to help out people. A little bit of knowledge to help someone out. So many people in this motorbike community helping me out. If I get stuck, I phone people, message people, ask them. You know, because it's quite blatantly obvious. If you've watched a few of these videos so far, you understand I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. I've picked up some little bits of information from some buddies, learned some stuff. And it's all freely shared. You know, read the comments in some of my other videos. People ask if I can find something, if I've got something, if I know something. Knowledge is not one of them things you should keep to yourself. It's always best shared. But anyway, enough of that. Let's do these nuts up. There you go, that's good. And it's on there. Kill switch and then start it. Alright, let's see if we can kick this bad boy over then. I've got fuel can hanging from the ceiling with some two-stroke in. We'll open that. Hope things don't flood and see if we can kick it. See what we can do. Oh, we're pissing out the 5-bolt. That's not good. We know there's some in the flood bowl. Let's try and kick that. switch works. Hey! Let's try that again. Oh, hold on. Okay, end of the day, put it to run. Oh, I'll give it some fuel, that would help, wouldn't it? Prime it. Mission accomplished. Let's put it back together.